Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you my Accutane journey. A lot of you have been asking me how I got my skin so clear, and I finally want to come out and tell y'all about my Accutane journey and how I got my skin the way it is right now. So if you would like to see, please keep on watching. So the first thing I want to do is put a disclaimer out there to all of you who want to go on Accutane. I'm not a doctor and I do not claim to be a doctor. And if you would like to go on Accutane, please consult with your dermatologist about it and don't listen to me. So I first want to give a little bit of background to my skin. So in 7th grade, I started wearing makeup, and that's also when I started getting hormonal acne. Now, I decided that the only reason my skin was breaking out was because I was not scrubbing it or cleaning it properly. So I bought a ton of drugstore cleansers, Neutrogena scrubs, and facial masks to try to get rid of my acne, and none of it worked, and it just made my acne worse, which I did not know at the time. So 8th grade rolls around, my acne is absolutely terrible, and I think that scrubbing it more is what will fix it. So I would switch scrubs and cleansers and all of that, and I would just keep switching up my skincare routine, trying to get rid of stuff. I would put salicylic acid all over my face. I would do all this crazy stuff, and it just made my acne worse. So I did not know that at the time, but it wasn't going away. So 9th and 10th grade rolls around, and somewhere in there I went to the dermatologist. He put me on face creams, new cleansers, new moisturizers, and he even put me on some antibiotics. I believe one of them was called belladonna, which it did help clear up my skin, but not permanently, and I would have to keep taking it or else I would break out. So that really just wasn't going to work for me. I needed something that was going to permanently get rid of my acne. So by the time 11th grade rolled around, I was sick and tired of my acne being the way it was. Nothing was working, so I would look on the internet trying to find new ways to get rid of it at home. So I tried things like baking soda, lemon juice, toothpaste, and none of it would work. And eventually I stumbled upon an Accutane video, and I was like, you know, let me look into this. Let me see what this is all about. So the more I looked into it, I looked into the side effects. I looked into how clear these people's skin were and like what they were before and after pictures, and I was like, wow, this stuff is amazing. Like, I want to get on that. So the more I looked into it, I told my mom, and I was like, you know, I think this is something that could clear my acne for good, and it would help me a lot. Now, I'm not a person that is insecure about my acne, but since I am into makeup, it really makes makeup application more, you know, stubborn. Like, I have to apply concealer and all this other stuff that I wouldn't even need if I didn't have acne. So I was like, you know what, I want to go on this to get rid of my acne. And plus, you know, it's kind of annoying to walk around and see, like, you know, a big pimple on your face, and you feel like everybody's staring at you, and you're having to put makeup on, and, you know, it's so annoying. So I talked to my mom about it, and she told me that she would be willing to sign for me to go on it, and that would be okay with her. So I had switched dermatologists because my old one retired, and this new one I went to, the first time I ever visited him, I was like, you know, I want to go on Accutane, I want to see what this is all about, and he was like, okay, you know, I'll put it on you, but there's certain things you have to go through to be on Accutane. And he really didn't think my acne was, you know, bad enough to where I needed Accutane, but it's what I wanted to do, so he was like, you know, I'll do it. So basically, if you're on Accutane, you have to go through this iPledge program, and you take quizzes every month to get your medicine, and you also have to go get your blood drawn every month as well to check for pregnancy. You have to be on birth control, all this crazy stuff. So the quiz you take each month is about 10 questions. It's super easy. It's basic stuff, you know. You don't have to study for it or anything. It's just stuff about like contraceptives and like crazy questions regarding like getting pregnant while on this drug. And I believe this drug can cause miscarriages and like stillbirths and crazy birth defects if you do get pregnant on the drug, and that's why they're so strict, especially with girls going on it about being on it. So let's talk about symptoms. The first thing I noticed was my dry nose. I started getting nosebleeds frequently, and I was like kind of annoyed with that because my nose would like itch and crack, and I started getting dry eyes, so my eyes would water because they were constantly dry. My lips got super dry. It was terrible. My skin would just peel off, and it was really disgusting. And I also got it's called angular cheilitis, I believe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I believe that's what it's called. It's basically where the corners of your lips crack, and bacteria gets in there, and it causes an infection. And I had to get prescribed special ointment for that, as well as special ointment for my lips because they were so dry. So as the months progressed, I started noticing more symptoms, and more serious ones I got were joint pain and muscle pain. There were even times where I couldn't even get up off the floor without some help because my bones would just ache, and it was terrible. The pain was awful, but it was manageable. I could do it, but there were certain things I couldn't do, like picking up heavy stuff or anything like that, because my bones would just ache. Now, I was fortunate enough to not have any of the mental side effects that you can have, such as depression or suicidal thoughts. I wasn't depressed before I went on Accutane, and I didn't have any symptoms. I've never been depressed or anything, so I think that did help. But if you are prone to being depressed, or you have had suicidal thoughts, I would definitely consider or reconsider taking this drug, just because the side effects are pretty serious and they need to be taken seriously, and there are people who have committed suicide while on this drug. That's why they are so serious about it. So I went on Accutane beginning of the summer, and throughout the summertime I was on it. I did have to use SPF 100 because I did go to Hawaii last summer, and you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful while on this drug because you will get burned very easily, and I did get burned. It was terrible, worst sunburn of my life, but I got through it. Just take care of your skin. Don't forget to wear protection. So I finished around November, and it is currently March now. So when I finished, I had no blackheads, no zits. My skin was poreless and perfect. But now it is back to being oily, and I break out frequently. I've got breakouts on my head and on my chin. Got breakouts on my forehead and on my chin and around my nose. You can't really see very well because I have good lighting and a good camera, but without makeup, it's definitely noticeable. I will be including some before and after pictures and clips, just so y'all can see what my acne was like before and how it was when I finished and how it is now, so you can see the difference. My dermatologist told me there was a 10% chance that my acne would come back as worse as it was, and it has not come back as bad as it was, but it has come back. If I had the opportunity to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't, just because it didn't give me the results I would like. But I know people that it has worked for and that would do it all over again. It just didn't work for me personally. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe down below. All my social media links will be in the description bar below, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys!